is just what I would consider the goodness of God. So remember when I was sharing with you guys about not having grocery money, and then Super Doubles was coming up and I wasn't going to be able to shop? Well, I will tell you, within, I would say, 48 hours, 72 hours, the Lord really showed up and blessed the kids and I with a financial blessing, multiple financial blessings, that we would be able to get groceries. So the child support came through on 1 week, and then it came through again the next week, which is not typical for us. Normally it is the third week or the end of the second week, and then it goes into, it just is so sporadic on how it comes in that we can't count on it ahead of time. In addition to that, we will also receive several financial blessings just from friends, different things that just have come in to help bless us. And so, being that it's Super Doubles, I went to look for coffee because I had some good coffee coupons, and I thought, okay, I can get some pods, but they did not have one of the pods on sale that I had a coupon for. But what they did have was meat. And if you notice the yellow tags, so it was yellow tag meat sale. So while most people were in there buying their Super Doubles, I was in the meat department scoping out yellow tags. And I'm telling you guys, I did amazing. For those of us who don't know, my name is Shakema. Thank you for stopping by our channel. I'm a single mom. I teach school full time. I work 10 months a year. I'm not employed in the summer months, but I do take out a little bit of money every month, put towards what's called a summer share account. And that money is significantly less than what I make during the year, but it does help sustain my children. I also receive child support for my children, and that helps sustain our family through our summer lean months. With that being said, I'm an avid couponer, and because I stock up during my 10 months, we pretty much are good during the 2 months that we don't have income. However, there are times and things that we do need, like my staples, that I don't usually have enough money to get. So whenever I am able to get a deal, I try to get those deals, and I'm always thankful for financial blessings. So if those things like that, I just thank the Lord, because God, if the thing I want to tell people, so here's my face, right? My hair is a little wild this morning. But the thing I want to tell people and encourage us, God doesn't care about me more than he cares about somebody else. He's always going to make sure that his children are taken care of. And I believe that with every fiber of my being. And I have sat and I've gone over the numbers and gone over the numbers and gone over the numbers. And it's like, Lord, how is this going to work out? And God always tells me, he says, Shakema, that's not your concern. Not that I don't have to be concerned about my finances. I have to be a good steward. I've got to get my monies in. I have to pay my tithe because I believe in returning tithe to the church. I have to make sure my bills are paid. I have to make sure I'm not overspending in categories. I have to tighten up the numbers. I have to do all of that. And once I'm doing my part, then the Lord sees me as being a good steward over that little. The word says that when you're faithful over the little, he'll make you ruler over the much. And I know that's about cities, and that's also, we talk about the talents. You have 10 talents and the one talent person didn't do anything, so he gave that talent to the one who has multi-talent. A lot of people would say, Shakema, you're good at this, 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 and this. I am talented in the things I can do, but I'm only talented as the Lord would give me that. Because before I asked God to help me learn how to coupon, I didn't know how to do it. Before I asked God to help me learn how to decorate my home, I didn't know how to do it. Now, I was a good cleaner because I grew up that way, but I didn't know how to do some of the finer things that I wanted to do in my home or that I saw in other homes. And what I did was I sat down and I prayed about it. I didn't know how to put together a clothing outfit. I would just wear stripes and flowers at the same time and just be like, oh, whatever, I got clothes on, I'm good. And I asked the Lord, and he became very faithful to me and honored that prayer that I asked him. So I'm sharing all that to say God doesn't love me more than he loves anybody else. He's just looking for those that are good stewards, and then he's going to bless. If you're faithful with what you have, if all you have is a little bit, be faithful with a little bit, and then he's going to bless you. In the Bible, there's a story about Elijah and the widow woman. You know, she was preparing a meal for her and her son. It was the very last meal she had. And the prophet came to her house and he says, you know what? Make me something first. Make me a cake first. She only had enough to make a cake for her and her son. But she had enough faith to believe that the prophet knew what he was talking about. So she did just that. He said, what do you have in your house? She says, I have a little bit of oil and a little bit of flour. I'm going to make a cake. Me and the kid going to die, and that's going to be it. He said, you know what? Just make me a cake first. And after she made him a cake, he said, go and gather every vessel that you have. Borrow vessels from your neighbors. And he took her oil cask that only had enough oil in it before he got there to make one cake, or cake for her and her son. He took the oil vessel, blessed it, and began to dump it into every available vessel she had. When she didn't have any more vessels to fill, the oil flow stopped. She went and sold everything, the oil that she had, paid off her bills, had enough to take care of her and her child. I'm sharing that to say, what do you have? Use what you have, and God's going to bless you to the overflowing. So I'm thankful that I know how to coupon, and I can get my family through without, with the exception of just the fresh things that we need throughout summer months. But that God is faithful. He sees me working these inventory sheets. He sees me working this low spend month. He sees me working my pantry. I mean, we're cleaning out. But even as we clean out, I still have another month before I get paid again. And so as I'm cleaning out, he's bringing in more stores to refill. So I wanted to share that to say, don't give up, don't lose heart. God cares about you. He cares about what concerns you. It concerns him. And I did want to share with you, because of the financial blessings that we were able to receive, what we were able to get for this week. And I am so entirely blessed. I received a PayPal, and so I have enough to get fruits for next week, which I'll go on Wednesday. It's just God's blessing. So here is what we were able to get. And again, while everybody else was getting their stock up on super doubles, Shakema was in the meat department. The only person over there by myself looking at them yellow tickets, and I got me some deals. Okay, so let me start off with a couple of coupons. I think I used 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I used 10 coupons today. So let me share with you what I was able to get. So I got cereal. We don't normally buy cereal strictly because it's expensive, and then you have to buy milk to accompany the cereal. If I have a good coupon, I may get it. If I have a coupon for the milk, I may get it. But this week it was 5 for $10. So it's a stock up sale. Buy 5 for $10, get a free gallon of Harris Teeter milk. So I got 5 cereals for $10, but I had 2 coupons for 75 cents off of 2. So I used 1 75-cent here and 75 cents here. Remember, my coupons double, so $1.50 and $1.50. So I got 5 boxes of cereal and a milk for $7. And the milk by itself is $2 and some change. So the milk was free. I got $3 off of my, for $7. I got $3 off of my cereal because it was 5 for $10 with my 2 coupons and a free milk. So that was a good deal for us this week. That should get us through a couple of weeks if I alternate out eggs and cereal either one week or every other day. The next thing I got was these Poised Liners. I use these. I don't cycle anymore, but I do use these. I got one bag. One was $3.99. I had a $2 off coupon that doubled to $4. So this bag was free. And then these 2 smaller bags were $4.99. I don't know why they were more, but I had a $2 off coupon that doubled to $4. So I paid 99 cents a piece for the other 2. So 1 free, 2 for 99. Then they had these Minute Maid Pops. They were 3 for $10 or $3.33 a piece. I had a $1 off coupon that doubled to $2, so I paid $1.33 a piece. It's just so hot here in North Carolina that it's not hot today, but it's so hot that the kids need a snack every now and then. They go out and walk the dog. We all go out and walk the dog. So this is just a good little something to cool us down, and then I had a coupon for that. This was a good deal as well, and was actually a deal I had not. I almost threw this coupon out because I was like, I don't ever buy that. It's too expensive. But this is Hormel chili. Got the vegetarian with beans. This was 3 for $4. So I got 6 cans for $8. For every 2 cans, I had a 75 cents off coupon that doubled to $1.50. So $1.50, which is $3, $4.50 came off of my $8. So $3.50 for 6 cans. But when you buy 2 cans, you got a bag of buns free. So for every 2 cans of chili, I got 1 bag of buns for 79 cents. So really, if I subtract the 79 cents, you know, it was really a huge deal. Now, we do still have some sausages left that we can use for these, but I'm also going to be doing some Mississippi roast, and I think we can use these buns as, you know, to do like sandwiches. So these will go in the freezer. They come in handy. That was an excellent deal for me. Just picked up some spray oil because I always like to have that on hand. Now, here are the deals with the meat. So I just so happen to see these. Now, a chicken is $7-8 for a whole chicken. This is a whole chicken. This chicken was $8.01. This is garlic herb seasoned chicken, a whole chicken. So I went over and the new price was $4.02, but the VIC price was $3.34 for this whole chicken. So almost $5 off. This one was $3.46 for another whole chicken. So I picked up 2 whole chickens. This would work good for my double batch cooking. So I'll be okay with double batch cooking these 2. Then I'd have 1 for 1 meal. We'd have another either to make chicken salad from, or we could freeze it already pre-cooked and then use it on another night. So that's another meal. Then I went over to the pork, and they had, this is pork loin. This is a rib end roast. So this was $1.79. It's just the end of the roast. They probably cut off the bigger pieces, and then just this was the last piece. So $1.79, I can throw this in to make Mississippi roast. Then they had some country style boneless ribs. This was $4.07, and there's 2.1 pounds in there. This one is 1.3 pounds. So that's a good deal. Then they had these pork loin chops. They are boneless and thin for $2.52. So I picked that one up. And then this one I picked up for $2.46, which is the same thin pork chops. And then I got some thicker cut pork chops. There's only 2 of these in here, but we can split these between me and the kids because they're pretty thick. And they were $2.54 as well. So that is what I was able to get on the meats. Very happy and excited about the meats here. And then this deal as well. So for the ribs and the roast, I'm going to put those in a crock pot, shred them, and then I'm going to use them in buns. We have cheese already. And then if I do chicken salad, we can also use those in the buns as well. So let me show you my total. Didn't do as well on the super doubles as I normally do, but I actually only went in for coffee and came out with meat, so I was happy about that. So for 28 items, I had $9 in manufacturer's coupons, $8.98 in double coupons, $19.82 in VIC savings, $37.80 for a total of 45% savings. And I spent $47.39. So just looking at my meat deals, this was huge. I would have come out way cheaper to not get these and not get this, but this will take us a couple of weeks, and this will also take us a couple of weeks as well. So again, very excited and happy about the things I was able to get. Yeah, all of my coupons worked out fine with no problems. Didn't have any problems with any of my coupons. So anyway, that's just something I wanted to share with you since I am doing the low spend, no spend July. This was a little bit more than I had planned to spend. But again, because we had received those financial blessings, we put towards the groceries, which is our main concern for the month. So there it is. We'll bring you back and show you what else we're doing for the day. Okay, you guys, we are back home from church now, and so we're going to start putting together some lunch. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have Jackson pull out those 2 chickens, which is what I'm going to put in the oven now for dinner. I'm actually just going to prep it now. It's right at 1:45. And then we got to still clean out a few things. So we have a little bit of tuna left. We have a little bit, what's in that other thing? Chicken and rice? No. We've got some ham and cheese. And grab some bread. Let's grab the cucumber as well. And grab a couple apples. We can have that. So I'm doing a little bit of lower. Oh, you know what? Let me grab the spinach out. I think some of this. Skip that one. And I'll grab this one. Okay. Some of the spinach in the other package is going a little bit bad, so I'm going to pull that one out as well. But we're going to just finish up some of the things that we do have. For dinner, I'm going to be making the Mexican street corn, so I'll share that recipe with you guys. So I'm going to do 2 chickens. I'm actually going to double batch cook today and do 2 chickens. That way we'll have one for dinner tonight and lunch tomorrow, and then one for dinner the next night and lunch, or I'll do a chicken salad. So I haven't decided for the next couple of days of lunches. But we're going to go through the tuna and finish this. We have some ham and cheese, so somebody will have a sandwich there. And then this is just chicken or rice. So it's just regular rice. We'll finish that. And I think I'm probably going to cut up this cucumber. But that's what we're working on now as far as the low spin, no spin, freezer, fridge, pantry challenge. This is what we're doing for right now. Okay, you guys, so back to the low spin. I had some apples that we bought last week that we did not consume all of them, and they were really soft and kind of going out. So what I did was I peeled them all. They look like potatoes, but these are really apples. I peeled them, and then I put them in this little pan for the oven. I drizzled over a little bit of the spray butter, and then I put some Splenda on top. So I'm going to let these cook, and they're going to just get nice and brown. And we like to do, we call these fried apples, but I do them in the oven. So that oven is on 350 degrees, and they're just going to cook for a little while. And then here are the 2 chickens that I did. So I'm going to cook we'll do one of these for dinner tonight, and we'll do one either for tomorrow's lunches or tomorrow's dinner, or I will take it off the bone and make chicken salad. So here are the 2 chickens, and they were already seasoned, but the only thing I did was add some of that fat-free Italian dressing so that there would be some liquid in the bottom. And of course the chicken made its own juices, and that is what that is. So we're going to have this with the apples, and then we're going to make some corn, and if I have a green veggie, I will pull that out and make that as well. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to share with you how I do the Mexican street corn. They may do this differently, I'm sure, at restaurants. I'm just going by what I think it should be in my head. So in one pot, I do have the corn boiling. I do want it to boil and get cooked that way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this pot. I'm just going to shift places. So it's been boiling. I have stripped off the husk, pulled out the silks. And so I'm now going to switch places and put my big fry pan on. And the reason I'm using the big one is because I want to put all of the corn in at one time. So I do have to change my oven setting or my stove setting so that the whole pan can get hot. So what I'm going to do is, when I made it for my son and his friends, I actually used a full thing of butter. But because I don't use butter, with doing Weight Watchers, I'm going to not use butter tonight for me and the kids. What I am going to do is I have some of this spray butter. And this is kind of like the end of it's like down at the bottom now. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put this in my pan. And I want to put in enough. You know, you'll have to you can do the sprays if you want to. But I think it's 5 or 6 ears of corn in this pot, so I want to make enough for the batch. So once I have the spray butter in there, I'm going to turn it down just a hair. I have some mild taco seasoning that I'm just going to add to the spray butter. And if you can tell, it's already starting to heat up because it's not a lot and the burner was already hot. So I'm adding in a good amount of the taco seasoning. Now what I'm going to do is just, mix that around, because I'm really just trying to coat the bottom of the pan, because this is where the corn is going to go. Of course, this is much different when you have a lot of butter versus just having sprayed butter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the corn that has boiled, and I'm just going to sit it into this fry pan. Whoa. This is, if you are into butter and you use it, it is delicious with regular butter. So I think I have 4 long ones and then one kind of a shorty corn. And you can smell the taco seasoning, because it actually is, cooking in the butter or the spray butter. So move that back just so we can see. And that's pretty much really all that we do. Now what you want to do is you just want to rotate the corn so that you're getting some of that butter on all of the corn pieces. So I'm just moving it around to make sure that I'm getting some of the taco seasoning on all of the corn. You can hear it sizzling in the pan. So I'm adding in something a little bit different tonight that I have never added in before, and that's going to be 2 wedges of the creamy spicy pepper jack Laughing Cow cheese to give it a little bit more of a creamy texture, and also because I'm going to add in the Parmesan cheese. So I just want to give it a little bit more of a creaminess. This is a optional step. I don't normally do this. This is the first time I'm doing it, so trial and error for everybody. And then again, you're just going to rotate the corn around so that all of the corn is getting some of the cheese. All of the corn is getting some of the taco seasoning. Everything is nice and coated. So here's the last step of this. I'm just going to take some Parmesan cheese. And again, I got this from Food Line, but you can get this at the Dollar Tree. Well, my son brought it home for his little party thing. And so I'm going to take 2 big heaping tablespoons, maybe 3. And just sprinkle that over the top so that each piece of corn has some of the Parmesan cheese. I'm finishing it out with a little bit of just the raw taco seasoning. And that is what I would classify as our Mexican street corn. Okay, so we're going to let the taste tester taste this. So this was just the seasoned chicken that I got earlier from Harris Teeter. I just went ahead and put both of them into the oven, let them cook. But we had some apples we needed to use up, so I just put in some spray butter, a little bit of Splenda, and then about midway through, I put in some V8 blueberry splash. It's the diet kind, just so there would be a little bit of liquid in the bottom of the pan and it wouldn't stick. And so that's what the apples are, and then the Mexican street corn. So Jackson's going to tell us what he thinks.
The Mexican street corn, it tastes like Mexican street corn, which is, I naturally love corn, and this is like way better. The apples, you can taste a little bit of the Splenda and then the juice down there, And then the chicken tastes seasoned and then its skin's really thick. Very good.
Okay, everybody, so that wraps up day number 8 on the July low spend, no spend month. Things we used out of our fridge, freezer, and pantry. We used the corn that we got on the grocery haul from Aldi. We used the apples that we had left over from a couple of weeks ago. We used some of the fat-free Italian dressing on the chicken. And we used the spray butter, Parmesan cheese, taco seasoning. So all of those things came out of our fridge, freezer, or pantry. The only thing that we purchased was the chicken, whole chickens, which of course we got those at Super Doubles with the markdown meats. So there it is. This is day number 8. We're here to prove that you can use the things you have in your pantry, in your fridge and freezer to make wonderful meals for your family. If you like this video, be sure and give us a thumbs up. It just says, hey, we like your video. If you're new to our channel, hit the red subscribe button. We love to keep you as a part of our YouTube community. Also hit the little bell. That way you never miss an upload from us. Thank you so much for stopping by our channel. And until tomorrow's low and no spend July, bye now.